Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Michael Dose. Michael check. Michael Nike uno dos. Uno dos. Mike
And if you got that, then
Mike and Ike 1
good
2.
on you.
Mike and Ike 12.
hey,
Hey,
Guten.
gluten free, Gutenberg, Guten Tag. You get it.
What's up?
12. 12 is up.
It's episode 12, and we're also filming at 12.
Not on the 12th.
Not on the 12th.
But it is 12.
Close enough.
15.
Same but different. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
How are you? How are you? Tell us. We're curious. We want to know. We'll wait.
That's it?
I need more.
Jeez.
I need more. But hey,
That's alright.
thanks for opening up at least a little bit.
Thanks for being vulnerable. It's not easy,
No.
dude. Especially, well, it's easy talking to us about being vulnerable because we're asking of that. We're asking that of you.
Yeah.
That was wrong. Grammar. Country grammar. Nelly. Furtado. Promiscuous. Timbaland.
What is that called when you
Riff?
well, when you do one thing and then off of the last thing you do the next thing, and off that thing you do the
I thought it, well, I only know that from Pitch Perfect. They called it a riff off, but it was more so they go off the last lyric, turn it into the next song that had that lyric.
Yes.
I don't know what you say, or what do you call that?
Yeah.
It's not a tangent, because that's a conversational term.
Yeah. I don't know.
Whatever that is, I'm really good at it. So, get your boy, come at me.
And that reminds me of, because I showed it to you. I forgot what it's called, though. I saw a TikTok about it, and it was Drake's song, That's How You Feel, off of Scorpion.
That's one of the
And
least listened to Drake songs of mine.
I think it's dope, though. When I re-listened to it, I was like,
Oh, you showed me that.
yeah, That's How You Feel. And he'll do a line, and the last word of the line, he'll start the next line with.
$5 if you get the Reffy.
Episode 12. We're here. What's up?
What's going on?
Been up to...
It feels like a while.
Feels
I don't
like
know
it.
how long it's been.
Yeah.
What have you been doing? What's been up? Events.
Recent events. I went to Santiago.
Oof, your fave. Second home.
Definitely a fave of mine. For Steph's birthday.
Stephanie Fisher. Dirty
Shouts
30 and
out
flirty.
to you. Shouts out to Steph.
Shout out to the BTS army. My God, taking over Vegas.
Yeah, dude.
Hey,
Wow.
leave some parking spots for us, dude, because we're going to work, right? So carpool.
And
There's
it's
another one going on tomorrow. So fucking
they have two this weekend.
Uber, carpool, stop taking up our parking spots. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, dynamite.
Butter.
But yeah, I get it. I get that. Jimmy.
Permission to dance.
PTD with the BTS, sure. But also, parking. Stop. Dude,
Stop.
show up earlier. Please.
Side note, but the fact that these group of guys could sell out 4 shows in the same city, back-to-back weekends, and also sell out viewing parties for every show at a different arena is wild.
Can you not? I'm sure you couldn't stream it, because if you could stream it, people
Yeah.
would do that anyway. But people would still pay to go see them on a screen with other people around them. So I don't know. I don't know how to feel. Drake could never. That's for sure. No one's gonna pay to go watch Drake on a screen.
No.
So that's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah, that was something I actually said today, was I don't think there's anybody right now that could do what they're doing.
Michael Jackson only. Sorry, that I know of.
Well, I said meant now.
Yeah.
No, but yes. Well, yeah, for sure, Michael Jackson. But right now, in present day, there is no artists there is no artist, in my opinion, that can do what they're doing right
But that's still crazy that they're selling
Yeah.
out their whole North American tour, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm
multiple
sure.
multiple same spot, multiple times, in a different language. Sure, some English, but it's not all English. And this is another country. I don't know another artist that can do that, or another.
Yeah.
Well, how did K-pop get so big?
I don't know.
I don't understand. Like, I remember when K-pop kind of started in the early 2000s. It was kind of a niche. People we had a lot of American choreographers go out to Korea and teach these K-pop groups choreography. And that's what kind of made it a thing, because they're like the new age boy bands. But because their dancing skills are so good and they have their, I don't know, this is what I was told, they have their beauty standards up to high, like super high. Like, these guys would get plastic surgery to look a certain way, to look almost perfect, or maybe even fake in my eyes, but whatever, it works. People love them. Songs are fun, but I don't understand how they have so much of a following. I want to understand the psychology of that.
Same.
I want to break that down, but I don't know. I know nothing.
Yeah.
I don't really care for them, but I am in awe of their impact that they have.
No, definitely.
It was crazy.
And I know we're kind of going on a tangent right now. We're sidetracking already. Sidetrack. But that was one thing that I thought about was what, I guess, because that was the artist that I thought about, because Steph loves BTS and we were talking about it.
We were talking about Steph. Hello.
Yeah. We'll bring it back to Steph.
We'll bring it back to
Steph.
Sure.
But we were talking about BTS and I was like, dang, what, I guess this is something we can get into later, but it was like, I'm going to say it now just so we don't forget it.
Sure.
But what draws us to certain artists or art forms like that? Like, what I think that's something I could ask Steph, honestly. I'm gonna
Steph?
ask. We're gonna ask you right now.
Probably on Korea time right now, so she's ahead of us, I think.
But Steph, I know you probably watched this, and I want to know, what about BTS drew you in? Because I know you're all about the Koreans.
Yeah, sure.
But what about BTS initially drew you in?
Why are you a part of the army?
Yeah.
What made you enlist?
I'm curious. And I'm probably going to ask you again, so you're going to get asked twice.
And if any of my coworkers are watching this,
Anybody.
so many of them, they listen. The Stray Kids, apparently I found out Stray Kids was a thing. A newer K-pop group. I don't know. If I had to guess, I think it's the pageantry. Like, they always get decked out in some crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
Outfit wise, they always have choreography that's better than any American art, because American artists don't do choreography that much, and if they do, it's kind of minimal, and they don't do it as a group. It's just the main singer and then backup dancers.
Yep.
But this is a whole group of guys that everyone loves, or girls too. I think Twice is another one. I don't know. I heard about them. I like their merch. Pageantry, choreography, beauty standards, sure. I don't know what else. Like, maybe the music's good, but I don't understand it.
Yeah.
What made them want to, I don't know. I heard K-dramas are really cool.
I've heard also.
I think that's how people
My
get
grandma
into
used to watch a lot of those.
I don't know. I like anime, but I don't listen to J-pop, if that's a thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just not my wave. I don't know. Someone explain to us.
Yes.
PM,
Please
PM,
enlighten us, because we want to know.
please.
We're curious. We are very curious.
I crave perspective.
Yes,
we do.
absolutely.
Here. We do that here.
Absolutely. But coming back off of the tangent.
Steph, 30. Happy
Steph.
birthday,
Happy
Steph.
birthday, Steph.
Wow. And by the time this gets out, congratulations on your move.
Yes.
Getting a job in Korea, K-Town.
South Korea
It
for
literally
2
sounds
years.
like a dream job.
Moving to South Korea for 2 years.
Oh, she's gonna come back married, dude. Or she's staying. She's staying. She is
She's joining
staying out
BTS.
there. Oh, GTS.
But yes, shout out to you, Steph.
You deserve it.
Happy
man.
for you.
Wow.
Congrats.
Freaking huge, man.
On the up and up.
Up and up.
So happy for you.
You went to San Diego. How was that?
But yes, happy birthday, Steph. Went to San Diego for your birthday, for Steph's birthday. Man, it was a good time. It felt. One thing I love and hate about times like that is like, when you're around good company.
Good times, good people.
Good times, sure.
Course,
Shameless plug, whatever. When you're around good people like that, having gooder times.
Oh, of course. Oh, best time. Better times.
Better times, better people. Only a few will know that one. But yes, time just goes by so fast, and it feels like everything happens in the snap of a finger. You have the time of your life, but as soon as it's done, it feels like, boom, it happened and it's done.
You gotta unpack. You get home. Like, I'm tired from the trip. I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like a post trip depression almost.
Absolutely.
And that's what happened to me. I'm kind of skipping ahead, but as soon as we got back from San Diego, I went into this lull of like, damn, it was such a fun weekend, and now it's just back to reality. It's always back to reality.
Always.
But yes, the weekend was fun. It was cloudy, which sucked most of the majority of the time. Like, I think the only time it was sunny was the day that we left, of course. But
naturally.
But we still went to the beach, played volleyball. Didn't go in the water.
Too cold.
Dipped the toes in, sure. Bar hopped a little bit. I don't know, just enjoyed each other's company. It was fun. The Airbnb was like a 3-story.
3-stack.
Less than 30-second walk from the beach. Less than 30-second walk from the beach.
Bike ride on the beach.
Rooftop balcony. It was freaking awesome. But yes, Steph, thank you for having me. I love you. I'm so happy for you. Happy birthday. And when you come back.
32. Got
30?
a clue.
God.
32, got a clue.
It's popping off.
Oof.
Popping off.
We're seeing BTS 4 times this time.
Every show.
Every show. Different country.
But yeah, I think that was it for me. Yeah. That was the most recent big event that happened for me. About ya?
Dunno, dude. Not much.
Work.
Trying to balance the triangle of life that is work, social life, and family, and I've been lacking in a few of those points. Or maybe one of them. I won't say which one, but I've been lacking, and I notice it, and it hits me hard. It's not easy. I don't like failing in any of them. I mean, I like the even balance. I don't have to be succeeding in all of them at the same time. That'd be nice. But I want them to at least be equal at all times, and it's not the case right now.
Yeah.
I don't like to point fingers. I don't think that it's someone else's fault. I don't think that it's all my fault. I think it's just the accumulation of events and the consequences of said events that led me to this place. Now, how to get out of that, or this funk that I'm in, is more than likely going to be on me. I don't agree with it, and I'm talking very vague right now, but if you get it, you get it. Basically, you just can't wait around for things or other people to fix problems that you have or they have with you. It's wasted time, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves. I just don't like wasting time. So if you want something fixed, you have to make the effort to do it. Even though you've been doing it for the last couple of years, or even though you feel like it's not your place to do it anyway. One, it gets done faster, because you don't have to rely on anyone else but yourself. And if it doesn't go your way, you can leave that situation with zero regrets, saying that you've tried everything that you could on your end. Now, if it's a two-way street and you did your part, the other person didn't, then you shouldn't have any problem with leaving that situation as it is, because you did all you could and the other person couldn't reciprocate that. So, again, very vague, but good advice for pretty much any situation that deals with two people not seeing eye to eye, or two parties.
Yeah.
But I've been kind of good. Things are kind of not looking up for me, but I've found a certain thing in my life, or something good in my life, in a certain aspect of my life that I didn't think I'd find. Pretty happy about it. Trying to see how it goes. Also trying to see what more can come of this podcast or this brand that we're trying to make here. Well, that's, I don't know. Sometimes being creative isn't easy. I was never a creative person, so I'm the type of creative that I have to continuously do something creative that I already know how to do to sprout other creative ideas. Like, I can't just make up shit in my head while I'm driving to work, or I don't have creative thoughts just popping into my head at random times. Like, I have to continuously do something creative that I've started or I've heard about from someone else to get inspiration. So, I don't know, kind of been lacking on that area too. I guess there's a square, maybe a rectangle, whatever shape that you want to call it. Yeah. So add creativeness into that life square. Even though I think creativeness can kind of fall into professional, like work-wise, because I think everyone should be doing something that they love, which would be something creative in their life for work to get paid. But it's not always the case, especially in this society. So anyway, I'm good and I'm bad. I'm trying to find my balance. Balance is a big thing for me right now, at least. And I'm noticing my tendencies on what I do good, what happens when my life is looking up and I feel happy. And I'm kind of seeing the juxtaposition between what happens and how I feel when I'm happy compared to when I'm stressed and I'm not happy. Like, what is the disconnect between those two? And once you find that bridge, you find the problem, the root of the problem, then you kind of have a more in-tune look at what you can do to fix that, or to flip-flop that around when you're in the dumps. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but it makes sense to me. So,
if it doesn't, ask.
Ask. Like we said in our first podcast ever.
Very first. The very first.
Go ahead and reach out. DMs are open. Have a new Instagram that only has 100 followers or so.
I think I linked it in the bio already. But if not, then I will. So check it.
Come through. Ask us. Just talk. Say hi. Whatever, dude.
Yeah, even just hi. Sure.
Just say your podcast sucks. I'll take anything.
Anything.
I need this.
I need this win.
Please, I just need any communication with the outside world. Please. Oh, man. But yeah. Kind of been in a weird, cloudy haze trying to find my way through. But it's not all bad. It's not all bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not complaining with where I'm at. I'm very grateful to have the people that I have around me in my life.
Yeah.
Whether or not I talk to them all the time, to know that they're there and they kind of helped me get here to where I am today, and also to know that I played a part in their life. I'm not saying that I would, if I were to pass today, I'd be happy, but I think that I've left a good enough mark on people's lives, you know, to at least not be forgotten, because that is is that irrational or is it rational? I don't know the difference. I keep asking and I keep forgetting.
What do you think it is? You personally.
What is rational? What is irrational? What is a rational fear?
A rational fear?
Yes. It's something that is...
I think a rational fear is more...
It's something that's accepted. Like, it's an, oh, okay, I get why you're... Because that's normally accepted as a fear.
I think rational would be classified as normal. Irrational is...
Like a very specific...
it's very, like... Not something... Yeah, not a common thing.
Not King Teuton.
Common and uncommon, I guess.
Sure, so. Dude. And we could be wrong. I don't actually know.
We're just going based off what we think.
So my rational fear, I think we talked about this. Yeah, we probably have.
Yeah.
But you probably don't remember. Go back. Is being forgotten. And I'm talking ever. As long as there's humanity that people can think, pass down stories, yada, yada, yada. If I am forgotten or any of my stories are just... What the fuck was it for then? I want to live to be remembered, but not in a selfish way.
Oh,
if you forget my name, whatever, but if you remember what I was preaching, teaching, like if my lessons that I gave other people by the time that I am on my deathbed have been passed on, even if I don't get credit for it, that's fine with me. That's fine because I invented that, or that was my thought process. Inspirata. I don't want to be forgotten. Pussy shit right there.
Simp.
Big Simpy, dude. Ren and Simpy. Ryan and Simpy. Anyway. Tangent. What were we talking about? Oh, I was catching them up. I don't know.
Yeah, we're catching up.
Very vague. I don't know. I like Area 15. Oh, so many things to do there, dude.
So many things we haven't done yet.
Oof, so many.
I think I've only done Omega Mart.
Parking lot A.
For
concerts?
Yeah.
Back
for Sim
lot,
City.
dude.
Sim City A-Track. Sure. Other than that, I don't think... Or that one bar.
I mean, yeah.
Sure.
The Meow Wolf bar at the exit of it.
No, the other bar, the arcade bar.
Oh, yes. The bar,
but other than that,
arcade.
I haven't done the axe throwing, the distillery,
the
Wonk
VR
World,
golf, Wink World.
the freaking strobe light room.
That one's tight.
I forgot what that
the
one
Fiasco.
is. Fiasco, yes.
Museum Fiasco. We need more creativity.
Golf, freaking 5-iron. I want to do that. Even though I don't golf, I want to do that.
Okay, we can do it. Okay. I don't want to hit a golf ball into a wall, is all I'm saying. I don't want to have to pay.
It's a scrim.
It's some scrims. We need more of that shit. I can't just keep going back to Area 15 to fulfill my creativity needs, dude.
Yeah.
What's going on? Where is the lack of creativity? I mean, we need more. So many shows there. There's a distillery that I just went to. Won't get into it because sick. Highly recommend.
Spoiler alert. Not spoiler because he's not going to spoil anything.
Just
alert. Go.
Just alert.
Alert, go. Oh, what has been a source of happiness for you recently?
That's tough. I could be very specific. I could be not specific. It could be a person. It could be a...
Yeah, it's a very broad question.
What made you bring that up?
It's just something I thought about. It's just what's been your source of happiness lately? Just, I guess, yeah. What has been one thing? Just name one thing that has brought you a source of happiness recently. It could be person, place, thing, whatever. Just one thing.
I could say a person, more than one person. I think more so the act of persons that I care about making time out of their lives to reach out to me, because that's something I've always done to people in my life. As of the last 8 maybe years, maybe even less than that, maybe 5 years, ever since I took on a leadership role on Maccabee, I made it a point to reach out to people. Not because I was a leader, but because I actually wanted to know more about the people. I wanted to connect on a deeper level other than just, are you coming to rehearsal tonight? Or, hey, how was your weekend? Like, I wanted more than that. So I took it upon myself to be that person for them, even if they didn't reciprocate it or they didn't take to it kindly. Like, they didn't want people intruding in their business. And it was never my intention to overstep my boundaries on privacy or whatever. I just wanted to be a genuine friend and know more about you so I could feel that connection. Now, when I see that, which is rare, it's very rare that people reciprocate that specific energy to me, because that was so specific to me as a person reaching out. Like, that was my personality that did that. Now, to see people do that to me, and it's not too many people, and don't feel bad if you're not one of those people, but if you do, then just know that that's very appreciated on my end. Even if my answer is lame, boring, like, oh, I can't hang out today, or like, I make up all the excuses in the world, like, I still think about that every single day. I appreciate it. I thank you guys for even considering me in your life to be a good friend or family member, whatever you think of me, like, to be thought of, because that kind of goes along with my rational fear of being forgotten. I can't be forgotten if people are out there trying to reach me, contact me, you're thinking about me randomly without me hitting them up. So I've had that a couple of times in the last month or so. Haven't been the bestest of friends, but I'm still there. I'm still the same guy. So that's been making me happy, just knowing that there's people out there that do care about me the way that I cared, or care about them and care about other people.
Yeah.
Reciprocation is big for me.
Yeah.
'Cause I love love. We all love love here. And when you get love, it's just like, wow, the fuck did I deserve, you know? I want to be told sometimes. A little bit of words of affirmation,
yes.
but
Yes.
that's okay. I take the actions more than the words, so thank you guys so much.
Action speaks louder than words.
Miles. Verbiage. Yeah, what about you?
What about me?
What makes you haps? Vague, unvague, more than one, less than one.
More than... Sure. Honestly, Macamee.
Mm-hmm.
Macamee has been an extreme source of happiness for me. Because I don't really know what happened within the last week and a half or so. But I kind of went through this lull. I don't know why. I couldn't pinpoint what happened. It kind of just hit. I was like super, like, I still, my routine every day is to go to the gym in the morning and then whatever happens after. But I would go to the gym in the morning, and as soon as I would get home, it was just low energy. As soon as I step foot in my house after the gym, is just immediately lay down on the couch. I just felt like I had no energy, and I had no idea why. And I guess I could say my mind was kind of clouded too, but like I said, I don't know what triggered that. It was kind of just one morning I woke up and it just happened, and I don't know, cause and it was honestly right after the San Diego trip, and I had the time of my life when I went, but when I got back, I don't know. Maybe it was the post-trip depression. It just carried. I don't know what it was, but all I know is, and it's something I always think about, is that Macamee and you and Javi and all my close friends and family is like, it's a constant reminder of, no matter what's going on in life, good, bad, whatever, it's a constant reminder that life is good. Life is good. The bad times aren't permanent, it's temporary, but the people I'm surrounded by, that I surround myself with, is a constant reminder that life is good, and that has been my source of happiness. Mm-hmm. The energy that I surround myself with, the vibes, everything, man, brings me up all the time. Whether we're at rehearsal or we're out, anytime I'm around Macamee, you, Javi, Robel, anybody close to me, instant happiness. Instant. Constant reminder. Love you guys.
Kind of a blessing to have that many sources of happiness. I can't imagine. Like, I've heard of people having like no friends, not even open to having other friends because they've been through so much traumatic shit, and it's like, one, we're open to new relationships with other people, other friend groups of other friends.
Yeah.
Like, I introduce you to my Apple people. Like, I'm not saying that you're close with them or anything, but they're absolutely open to it. So that builds another bridge of possible happiness. We shared great times downtown, even if it was just for 1 or 2 nights. Like, it's just another source to intake and digest perspective and happiness in someone else's view that you have no ties with at all.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing. So we definitely have to count our blessings on that.
Absolutely.
Not too many people in this whole wide world have this kind of experience, because I still feel like this is... I'm not going to say this is an American experience, but like you're not going to find this specific type of relationship, group, friend kind of thing going on in like Germany or Spain or wherever have you, because this is a very specific, maybe not even on the East Coast. I don't know what I'm getting at, but like this is a pretty rare thing to have.
Yeah.
So the way you put it in perspective is like, it's pretty special. And that makes me happy to hear that.
And I could not be more appreciative. But since we talk about happy, we'll go to the other spectrum and what has been a struggle lately.
Everything. I don't know. For me, struggle, perspective. That's tough. Everyone's struggle is different, but there's also different types of struggles that people could be even referencing.
Yeah.
My struggle has been more of a mental struggle, because my life isn't that hard. I still have a fucking roof over my head. I still have people around me that will do a lot for me if I can't do it for myself. But it's more of an internal struggle, right? It's more of a, why don't I have the discipline to do a certain thing that I need to do for myself? Is it because I have other people I could fall back on? That's on me. I'm relying on other people. That's not fair to anyone in my life. Now, they'll allow me to rely on them because I've done things for them, but that's not fair. If I can do these things for myself, I need to be able to do them. So I'm building other people up. I'm building my external Ryan more than I am my internal. I'm realizing that, and I've been realizing that, but it's just not an easy thing. For me personally, my struggle is within to become a better me, I guess, for myself. I think for some reason, when you don't follow too many people on Instagram, like it just will show you whatever anyone's posted in the last like 2 days.
Yeah.
And then after that, you keep scrolling. It's like whatever the fucking algorithm thinks you need to hear for some reason, it's gonna tell you what you need to hear. And then I got calisthenics. Swipe next. There's fucking life advice. Swipe next. You got Gary V. Kind of life advice still, and it's like, the fuck you trying to say, Instagram, dude? Meta, what are you trying to say? I guess it makes sense. It's right. It's kind of right.
Yeah.
There's one thing that kind of hit home, and it's obviously what I was just trying to explain right now. The perspective of keeping promises to yourself and how that kind of affects your relationship with yourself. Now, I never really understood what that means, to have a relationship with yourself. Kind of goes along the lines of like making small goals and accomplishing them. That's also like saying, in other words, like if I were to do, I don't know, this is a terrible example. If I was going to say, hey, Dane, I'm going to pick you up at 5 o'clock. We're going to go here. We're going to do this, yada, yada, yada. And I made that plan. That was my plan.
Yeah.
I followed that plan. I picked him up at that time. We went to that spot. We did the things we needed to do. We came back. We felt accomplished. I made that promise to him. I accomplished it. Our relationship is stronger because of that. Because I made it so. And yada, yada, yada. Now, for some reason, if you change Dane into me, and I made my promise to myself saying, hey, I'm going to wake up at 9 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to eat some type of breakfast. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be great, given my situation. I go to the gym half an hour after. Quick digest. I got that fast me tabs. Hit the gym, hour and a half, done. I go get lunch. I take my protein shake. Go to work. I work my full shift. I'm going to be happy. after my shift, I come home, play some games, I go to sleep by this time. Those are promises that you subconsciously make for yourself. Now, because you said that to yourself, that's kind of like it's written in ink. Because you're talking to yourself, so you can't really, I mean, I guess you could write it down, but those are things you're telling yourself, and you're making empty promises if you don't follow them. So you're kind of lying to yourself, and you're losing trust in yourself to accomplish these things that you say you're going to do. If you do that with anyone else, that other person's going to kind of lose trust in you, like, oh, he's not really reliable. I can't expect him to pick me up at this time. If he comes 5 minutes later, I got to adjust my schedule. Like, that's the same thing if you're talking to yourself and you're making all these promises to yourself. If you don't follow what you say you're going to do God, I said this too much. Where's the counter? Yourself. The yourself counter is right here.
Yourself.
Anyway, that's basically lying. Is there a thesaurus? What's another word for yourself? I'm sick of saying yourself. Myself. You keep lying to
myself.
You keep lying to myself and saying all these things that you're going to do, and you end up not doing them. You're going to lose trust. And you lose trust with myself.
Thyself,
dude. You lose trust within thyself. Then you kind of lose that relationship. And you lose a relationship, you kind of lose who you are. You lose who you are, you tend to grab on to people that you impacted their lives a little bit, so they kind of have some type of aura of you. So you're like, oh man, there's a little bit piece of me. Let me grab onto that. And you kind of drag them down with you. And I don't think that's fair. So when I used to give advice to people, like, oh man, you really have to buckle down, be you, not worry about anyone else, not take anyone else's fucking opinion straight to heart, because it only matters about what you think about yourself. And when you put that into this factor, it's like, well, you lost all trust in thyself. So what do you really have to look at? What are you going to hang your hat on at the end of the day? How can you be confident if you know for a fact that you don't follow the plans that you make out for thyself? God damn it. But you get the point. I'm rambling. But that's it. And that's kind of the most recent epitome or eureka that I've had recently. It's more of a, holy shit, man. I really have been lying to myself a lot this past couple of years. I haven't followed all these plans that I made. And I'm kind of letting other people down, like letting other areas in my life that have relationships with my friends, my family, I'm letting all of them down because I can't even, be one with myself. And it sucks, but at least I know what the problem is. Now I have to figure out how to fix it and not rely too much on others, external energies, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I'm talking too much. That's it. That's my struggle.
I think a recent struggle for me has been, and I feel like it's such a common thing, I feel like, with a lot of people in their 20s, whether it's early 20s, late 20s, anywhere in their 20s, maybe even after, sure. But I think one thing that kind of has been weighing heavy on my mind has been, where do I go with my life? Where do I go?
Could write a book on that.
Could easily.
We'd probably be bestsellers.
Yeah, I don't know. Didn't get a recent job. Wasn't the biggest shot to the heart, but sucked. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. I think I was kind of hoping that I would get it. And I don't know if I was thinking too far ahead and be like, okay, once I get this, I'll be good. Maybe. I don't know. Thinking too far ahead. But I didn't get it. And now I don't know where to go from there. And I feel like, I guess it's two different realms, so to speak. But being a mech me for the past month and a half or so has given me a sense of confidence. But when it comes to job interviews, I feel like I have no confidence. So I feel like there's two different spectrums. I have confidence here, but I don't have confidence here.
Yeah.
But there was a point where I had confidence here, and I felt like I was like, man, my confidence is there. But right now, I feel like my confidence in one spectrum is here, and then my other confidence is like down here.
It's two different things.
And I know we talked about confidence last episode, but I guess I'm trying to figure out how to get this one here on the same level. Been a struggle, but we truck on. We figure it out as we go. We don't give up. And I don't know. Yeah. I don't have much to speak on it, I guess, but that's just something that I've been weighing on my mind for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I guess that ties into, no matter what's going on in life, the people I'm surrounded by remind me that life is good. And you're not going to get every opportunity you try for. But maybe that means that just wasn't meant for you at the time or at all.
Life is good if you are alive. Because that's how minimal you have to think about gratitude.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we've been blessed with not a bad life. We definitely could be
so
living
grateful.
somewhere else
Yeah.
that would be shooting kids with guns.
I don't think I could be more grateful for the life.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone has their problems. Whatever. If you have any advice for us, because we're struggling,
Please
reach out. I feel like someone out there
I'm
that
begging.
actually fucking listens.
Begging,
I need
please.
this. Please. Or if you think that we could possibly help you shed some light on your situation, please reach out to us.
Open
This is
forum.
literally all we want to do. Well, that's all I want to do is fucking talk about problems and fix them, and then talk about hanging out next weekend or something. I don't know. Let's hang.
Yeah.
I'm free, I think.
We're here for the insight, the growth,
Insight and invites,
perspective, everything. Just talk to us, please.
baby. Please. I'd like to look back at our first podcast. I wonder what the fuck our mindset was and where we thought this would be.
Yeah.
Have we been doing it for over a year now? Or has it been over a year?
I will say that
No, it was around a year.
around.
Damn, it's not even a year.
Around.
Crazy.
But if we were to go back to like when we
Wow.
started the idea and we did the very first trial podcast that nobody ever saw, it's been over a
I
year.
wouldn't wish that on you anyway.
You don't need to see it. You do not need to see that.
Jesus. We were drunk as
The growth.
fuck.
The growth.
We were so drunk.
On the what was
The
it?
Capenna.
The Capenna. Oh.
Dude. Talking about soul and like some fantasy
Forget
football or some
basketball.
shit. Oh, nobody wants to. Nobody cared about anything we talked about.
Who's
Guaranteed.
winning the NBA championship?
Oh, God. No conversational flow. Hard cut. But that's growth.
Yes.
If you listen to our first part, I think that's growth.
I feel
have
like
to go
we've come
back.
a long way from that
I'm
first.
sure we have.
Obviously, I think at first is here. I say we're maybe here, but we're going.
As long as we're not going down.
No.
That's all it is. Like we didn't even go that far of a high, but we were high. We were consistent, kind of, and it's almost been a year. That's growth. That should be some inspiration to somebody, even if it's a slow rise. It was a rise. We could use that as inspiration.
To the moon, baby.
To the moon, Babel. And I ain't talking those little cheese things.
With the freaking wrapper?
The wax candle cheese, bro.
The wax wrapper.
Dabble.
But on consistency, we're sorry we haven't been consistent. We have a lot going on.
Come on, man.
But that's not an excuse. That is not an excuse. We're just not on top of our stuff.
Yeah.
And that's on us.
Priorities are all out of whack, RN.
Yeah. But we promised to be more consistent. And we thank you for sticking with us through the inconsistencies.
Yeah. Tell your friends, too. I want to hear them. I want to hear what they have to say.
Lovers and friends.
Hey, see you there. We'll see you at one of these festivals if you're a local in Vegas. I'm sure you'll run into us.
Say hi.
Gratitude, real quick, before we dip.
Grats.
Nose. The nose.
Anya.
Nose. The nose. You go.
Gratitude.
I feel like I already gave some out during
Yeah, I feel like we
Epi.
both did. Our source of happiness. Well, my source of happiness.
Hey, mine too. I was very grateful for all the... I'm going to say it again. Very grateful for all the people that reach out to me the way that I reach out to them or other people. And they've learned about it and they realize that was one of my love languages. Or they're just kind people. Thank you for giving that love, going over the top.
Yeah.
Of what's expected in a regular friendship or relationship with somebody else. Thank you for doing that and going out of your way to make me feel better about myself or make me feel loved or happy. Thank you. There's a lot of people, so I'm not going to name them all. But thank you for that.
You know who you are.
Wow. And do that onto others, please. God damn it makes you feel so good.
Yeah. Thankful for making me. Thankful for you. Thankful for Javi.
Mermaid
Cove. Thankful for Roble. You're probably not watching this. I don't care. Love you.
Yeah.
Thankful for my family. And, yeah. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. And, yeah. What are you grateful for? We'll wait. Nice.
Swipe or no swiping?
Yeah. Episode
12.
Dulce. Dulce.
Dulce in Libu. Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Love you.
See ya.
Episode 13. To be or not to be? That is the question. Do you know the depth of that question? I looked it up and I completely forgot. So, episode 12. See ya.